Right. Assetto Corsa. Let's go into the setups here just quickly. We're at Monza, so we're gonna turn some downforce down. Tires, generic. Fuel, we'll go less fuel. Suspension, alignment. Where is this? Tires, gears. Where am I blind? Where's the arrow? You can tell I'm pretty new to this. Well, I'm not that new to this game. I got it when it was early release, but I've just been having so much fun just driving that I haven't even really messed around with the setups of any cars. So I don't know where the arrow is. What the hell? Let's just go out and do some laps. Not necessarily trying to be the fastest. So let's just go and have some fun. Alright. So, I haven't really driven this car or this track. It's very new. It came out today. I haven't driven it much. I tested it out just briefly, but this is probably my 5th lap around this track on Assetto Corsa. And I believe this track was laser scanned, or at least that's what I mean, all tracks are laser scanned on Assetto Corsa, right? At least that's what I've been told. And this is probably the first time I've driven around Monza on a laser scanned track, so we'll see how that's like, or what's that like, or what's that like. Anyways, oh, almost missed the braking point there. Did miss it. Didn't make it to the gravel though. That's good. So this is kind of new for me. I'm just starting this YouTube channel. I don't normally record videos and put them on YouTube, but I'm just so excited about this game. It's inspired me to, I don't know, make content just talking about it. See if anyone wants to listen to me and watch me drive. It's that good. I'm really, really excited about this game. Thought I'd missed that chicane, actually. I didn't know. Thought I'd brake too late, but I just made it. But didn't really go through the chicane that well anyways. But, yeah. I didn't even know about this game. That's the funny thing. I didn't even know about this game until I saw it on Steam. It was early access, obviously, it still is early access, but it was, this is early access 4. I saw it on the first one. It was on Steam. It showed me on the front page when I was on Steam, Assetto Corsa, so I clicked on it, and curious, what is this? I've never heard about this. Now, I'm a sim racer of some sorts. I guess you could say I'm not too hardcore. I don't really play too much multiplayer because sim racing multiplayer is kind of a ghost town unless you're in iRacing. But yeah, so I like my sim racing games, and I hadn't heard about this. So when I saw it on Steam, I went online, did some research, and saw that it was getting some good feedback. So I decided to just go ahead and buy it. It was on sale for early access. So I thought, hey, why not? Sorry, I just wanted to concentrate on that chicane. Anyways, where was I? So I bought it thinking, okay, looks good. And when I booted it up, I was really just amazed. I mean, okay, there isn't much right now. Well, I'm sure you already know. If you don't know, go look at another video about what what Assetto Corsa is, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's not much. There's not even a single player campaign right now. It's just a hot lapping. There's a handful of cars and a handful of tracks, which is good, and they keep updating. But even with just what it is now, I'm really amazed. I'm having so much fun. Oh, bad exit, bad entry. Anyways, so when I first booted up this game, I was just amazed at how good it was in terms of just the first thing that grabbed my attention was the feeling, the force feedback. I didn't really have to do anything. I mean, it had presets for my wheel. It has presets for a lot of popular wheels. I didn't have to tweak around with force feedback. On my wheel, I have the CSR, by the way. There's some settings that you can tweak on the wheel, and I really just turned off the degrees of rotation. I put the force feedback strength at around 70, I think, and the rest of it was just 0 or whatever is kind of default. And that was bad. And let the game handle it and sort it out, and it just felt so good. I mean, if you play a lot of sim racing, there's a lot of setup with the wheel. You have to tweak around, with R Factor, there's Real Feel, and all these other plugins that you had to download to make the feel right, make the force feedback right. But not in this game. It's just built in. It's just so simple, and it just works. And there aren't many games out there that do that. I think the only thing I can just quickly think of is Richard Burns' Rally. That did it really well. Gran Turismo on the consoles does it fairly well. Up until this game, I think Gran Turismo I rated pretty highly, but even that now feels like it wasn't really that good. But no, it was good. I would say Forza, I have that game too. It's not as good, Forza 4, I mean. I don't have an Xbox One, so... I don't plan to, by the way. Just put off by the... That's another story. Forza 5 is not it's a rushed game, it's not a complete game, whatever. Yeah, I've got strong opinions about that, but yeah, so this game really just felt really good in terms of force feedback. And another thing that felt really good was just all the things that I could feel through the wheel. The wheels locking up a certain way, the bumps, Initially, there was one thing wrong that I found with the force feedback, is the rumble on the strips, on the curbs, wasn't that good, but they did fix it, I think, even with the first update, first bi-weekly update. So, yeah, right now I really have no complaints about the force feedback. And another thing that really impressed me was just the detail. There wasn't really that many cars. There still aren't, depending on what you're comparing it with. There aren't that many cars, but the cars that they do have are really, really well done, and they behave completely different. They're not. Basically, they're simulated. Every driving experience of that car feels like it's simulated. Like even down to the way the auto blip on the Ferrari 458 versus the McLaren. Even that is like, it's different. If you play Forza or another game like that on the console, it'll auto blip. It's just a generic auto blip. This one, it feels like it's simulated the way. It feels like it's simulated the way it is in real life for that car. It's very detailed, and not just the physics of the cars are detailed. Just the look of it is very detailed too. The interior, the exterior. The only complaints I have right now is the shadows on the reflections. They're a bit. Well, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't playing on highest settings, but I think there's room for improvement there in terms of visuals. But it's very, the models are very, very well detailed. So no complaints there. And thirdly, just the general altogether feel of the game is just, it just felt really good. It just all came together to just driving a car by yourself on a track just felt really good. It's really fun. I've already put so many hours into this game, and it's just a hot lap simulator right now. It's amazing. I see myself playing this game for a very, very long time, and I think this will be the de facto racing sim. Kind of, you could argue this, but the previous generation, it was R Factor, in my opinion. You could argue that, but R Factor was the de facto racing sim. I think this generation it's going to be Assetto Corsa. If the community, which is growing by the way, which I'm really excited about, if the community gets behind it, if the modding community gets behind it, and we see the type of mods and the amount of mods, the quality of mods that we saw in R Factor into this game, it will hands down be the best racing title anywhere. Like with the mods, let's say if there's so many tracks, so many cars, you could even give Forza and Gran Turismo a run for their money in terms of the amount of cars that it has. I mean, it's already surpassed those games in other fronts, but mostly the physics and also in a lot of ways the visuals. I know the Xbox One Forza 5 looks pretty good, but yeah, this game has already surpassed those games and other sims. And if mod support and just developers keep developing more tracks and more cars, I think this game could just be what everyone wants it to be. There's a lot of divide. Well, not a lot. There's some divide over what this game should be. A lot of the hardcore sim guys want this game to be a just race cars, racing simulator, and not a road car simulator. But I think that's the wrong way. I think this game needs to be that bridge between the Forza and the simulators, the racing simulators that we've been used to on the PC. Because there is something really awesome about Forza and GT. It's just, you hear about a car on Top Gear or some other automotive show and you just want to try that car out, and hey, look, it's available. You can go out and drive it. So there is something cool about that, and I think this game could have some of that with, you know, some of the car collection that it has, and that it will have. You get that, you know, I want to go for a drive, a Sunday drive. I'm not really particularly looking for a race. I just want to drive. So I think it's important that it needs to fulfill that need. And I'm glad that I think that's exactly where they're headed, because we're getting more road cars and race cars. So that's why I'm really, really excited about this game. And that's why I've decided I'm gonna start recording some videos and put them on YouTube. Anyways, we're almost out of fuel, so let's go for a hot lap here. See if I can't beat the time I already set, which is a 1:47, which I'm sure you guys out there are seconds faster. But let's just see if I can beat that time. Some low fuel run. Hopefully the fuel doesn't run out on me. Oh, well, there goes my lap. I don't think we're going to improve that time. Anyway, so thanks for watching, you guys. I'm not gonna try to end this. Oh, there goes the fuel. Yeah, I wasn't gonna finish this lap anyways. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit like, hit subscribe if you want to see more. I plan to do more. I plan to give out a copy of this game to a little bit later. I'll wait until I get a few viewers here first. So yeah, look out for that. And leave a comment if you have any suggestions on how I can improve this video, the videos in the future. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.